Right. Home check guys. Hello, hello. Sorry, welcome back. May mali akong setup na ginawa ulit. So may interview tayo today. Si what do you call this? Jon Ingoldsby. So right now, well, he's a Zero Pilot, Japanese World War II, Japanese Mitsubishi Zero World War II aircraft. He flies that in the States now as a demonstration pilot sa mga air shows. Yun. So, we'll have a chance to talk with him. Kaka-download ko lang nito sa Explain. We'll see. Let's try and fly it around, and then once we're at cruise, trim ko lang walang autopilot. And then we'll give him a call through Viber. Let me see. So, teka, tignan natin kung sino online. We'll see. Medyo na behind tayo ng konti, but that's fine. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And to the 7 viewers, good morning. Sean Lester Suniga. Yun. And Judiel Arcelias and Jobel Amaina, thank you so much for sharing. So, sige, let's start. Sabihin nyo lang kung maingay, I'll unpause them. Should be maingay. NDIs ay hindi naman maingay. Wala. At least hindi siya maingay. Let me just adjust this quick para tuloy-tuloy tayo. Video HDMI capture properties. Okay. So, kasi yung digital audio nakapasok sa kabila. Subukan natin. Digital audio. Oh, naka-mute. Let's see. Dapat hindi naka-mute. Naka-mute. Naka-mute, guys. So, hardware out natin is this one. Oops. Sorry for the feedback. Yan. Guys, narinig niyo ba yung engine sound? Can you hear, for you guys, can you hear me? Let me see properties. Monitor natin. Advanced audio properties. Desktop audio. Monitor and output. Yeah. Alright. So, hindi ko narinig yung engine sound. I don't know what's wrong. Let's stop. Neutral cable. Yes, sir. Yun. Narinig daw ni Sean Lester Suniga yung engine sound. So, that's good. That's good to hear. Double-check pa lang. Hindi naman ba maingay? Hindi naman ba nasasapawan yung boses ko with the engine sound? So, let's go inside the cockpit. Alright. So, sige, take off muna natin ito. And then we'll give him a call. Let's put some flaps. The wings. Ganda ng wings. Free lang to guys, yung Malakas yung echo. Alright, sorry for that. Sandali. Let me turn off my mic from here. I'll mute my mic here. I can't hear. Com check? Alright. Yan, wala nang echo. I guess wala nang echo yan. I hope wala na kayo narinig. Diba? Hello? I'll put the studio mode out. So, tingnan natin. But, baka may magagalaw pa ako. Studio mode out. So, nag-message siya sa atin. Sige. We'll fix this later. Haha, nawala din yung aircraft engine sound. Okay, sige. Let me turn this off. So, sige, let's take off muna.
I don't know what's wrong with the echo.
Sorry,
mga busis nila.
Oh! Thank you, Jon Michael Concepcion, for liking the stream. Let's get to my other monitor na headset. Yeah. So, take off tayo. So, I guess bumalik na yung engine sound, I hope. Medyo malakas yung echo. Sige.
Pabangan natin.
Yan,
wala nang echo masyado. I hope wala na. Sige, take off muna natin. Wala pala ako sa screen. Phantom mga airplane na to, guys. Alright. So, nakapil yung lock pa tayo? Yeah, lock it. Right. Why is it? Ian Riz, thank you so much. Oy. That's from the US brother ko. Oh, wow. So guys, nasa Tacloban tayo. We departed from Tacloban. Ganda yung effect ko. Kung patok-patok ko. Dun sa may cylinder. What's up? Gear up. And tatawa na natin yung tignan natin kung may parang itsura ng ano yung bridge dito, yung sikat na bridge. Never give him a call. So let's see if so bigay tayo ng ride. Grabe at bridge nito. Ay. So sige, kailangan pala siyang alalayan. I-hold yung yoke. And then I'll just pause the sim and then keep rotating the camera para maintindihan yung mamaya si Jon Ingoldsby. So, I just wanna see na yung bridge dito. Gusto ko lang makita yung bridge. When straight and levels become boring. Ay, sorry. Wala yung tulay. Parang wala na. Sige. Hey. So, let's try and give Jon Ingoldsby a call. I think he is ready already. I thought it was in the Oh. Okay, guys. Hold on, guys. We're just messaging Jon. I think we had a confusion this time. This aircraft was the reason I'm pursuing my aviation career now. Saw it first on the movie Pearl Harbor. Aba? Oh, sa Pearl Harbor ko pinalabas ito eh, Zero. I'm so much excited to hear a real life pilot of my favorite aircraft. Actually, um, uh, sorry, um, okay. Um, okay guys, so nagkaroon kami ng time difference confusion, but yeah, I think John will be ready in 15 minutes. So let's just fly this around while waiting. Alright, Sean Lesser Suniga, hintayin lang natin siya. Sorry, hindi tao kay Steve. Hintayin lang natin si Jon Ingoldsby. I know you want to meet the real life Zero Pilot. He'll be in soon. Due to time differences, nagkaroon ka na ng slight problem, but it's all okay. So yeah, just a quick introduction. Jon Ingoldsby, I think he's a sound director. If you want to grab the States, that's his profession. And then, sorry guys, nandito din ba? I'm applying it beside. So, side view lang muna. Yeah, so, yan, he flies for fun, and at the same time, yeah, he flies Japanese California, so air shows. He also flies a Riot Aero, so nakalipad na natin si Jon. For real, on a Cessna 172. So, just a quick intro, and when we flew together, obviously hindi pa kilala yun sa isa. So you have to, so pareho kayo nasa flying position. And then on the next flight, sabi ko, John, you fly better than me, so I'll just fly back. So I wasn't in flying position anymore. It was really cool. Good day, Captain. Shout out from San Pedro Laguna. Sorry, San Pedro Laguna. Hello. Shout out sa mga nanonood sa San Pedro Laguna. So let's try and slow this airplane down. Tignan nga natin kung anong mangyayari dito. Pasok tayo ng final approach. Guys, kinakapa ko lang siya. I don't know the speeds of this thing. So I'm gonna do an S-turn para I can read the energy. Carburetor I suspected. Alright, where's the goddamn carb heat? Understood. Yeah, I wanted to use it. I don't know where the carb heater is. Put on the gear. And then let's figure out where the carb heater is blanket. Yeah, let's try and land it. Makawan yung tail wheel And guys, sa totoong buhay, mahirap i-taxi yeah, I'm gonna go down first. Hold on. Understood the carburetor I. Just trying to beat my speed and energy. Hey! Non-standard na non-standard. Then again. Hindi ko na makita yung runway. See? Let's align first before we touch down. Alright! That's good. Oop. So, and then we'll put some ayusin na natin yung landing. See? Huwag ka mag-ground, bro. Tricky to eh. That was good. Yun natin. So guys, complicated mag-lipad ng tail dragger. Kahit ito to. I haven't flown a real. I think the sobrang king input mode on there. So while waiting for Jon, I think this is a good model. One totoo eh. Yeah, I think the sobrang I should have slowed down further. Sige, isa pa tayo. Ikot tayo. 3 point, 3 point landing. I think it was 3 point landing. Because sabi nila okay daw for the landing. I don't know. I've never flown. Maybe we can ask Jon later. Ah, ganyan. Nag-ground loop tayo. So, well, exit. Hard. Buhay naman yung airplane. Sean Lester Shimi. Are you, nag-aaral ka na ba ngayon, Sean Lester Sumiga? I wanna hear my voice. Ayun, pag nasobrahan ka ng input. Kung may echo nga ba, may reverb. While waiting for Jon Ingoldsby. Ano, hapon walang echo. Yes sir, currently at ground schooling po while also taking avionics course. Wow! Saan ka nagka-ground school? Which school? Sige, let's pick her up again. For a spin. So, minor corrections lang. Kahit nakatilak pa ako dyan, guys. Nag-ground loop pa rin siya. So guys, for those who are not into aviation still, no, this is called conventional landing gear. No, yung mga airplanes can unconventional siya actually. Aviation Link Asia sa Ilocos Norte. Oh wow! Hello sa mga taga Ilocos Norte. Go put some power. Alright, let's try and fly this one. Alright. And you're up. Wala tayo ng teardrop. Teardrop na wala natin. Wala naman ibang traffic sa SME. I don't know what the words are. Just fly it away. Put in some flip. Yeah, that's going dito na siya lumipad. Talagang kumakabig siya sa... Siguro mag-aileron trend to. Guys, in fact, yung avionics na ito, Japanese pa. So, baka may marunong mag-Japanese. I guess that's intense. Yung airspeed, 140 knots. Carlos Santino, you, good morning. Let's try and feed that airspeed off. Reading the airspeed. Let's line up again. Okay. Kaso white din, no? Let's put some more flaps. It's really cool. Kahit sa RC, cool to eh. I'm putting some trim down just to fight the stick. I don't know if kahit sa totoong buhay ganyan. Let's slow it down further. Mataas tayo. And we are gonna slow down further. Carrier-based. Yes, this is a carrier-based airplane. Meron din silang yata land-based, pero yeah, the zeros were carrier-based. dito tayo sa Tacloban para medyo World War II ang dating. Diba? So, whoops. Oh, nagbawas. Pero I think, huwag ka mag-ground loop. Huwag ka mag-ground loop. So tricky, guys. It's fun. Tingnan natin yung ito. I think, ano tayo nag-landing. I don't know replay. I have to use the mouse. Oh, hello, welcome, 7 viewers. Afternoon. Play natin. Good. Nakakamiss pumunta ng Tacloban, guys. So, you know. So while waiting for John, let's do some airworks for a bit. Or actually may carrier ata dito eh. Subukan natin. Let's look for a carrier. Wala akong carrier na makita. Lipat kaya tayo sa Batanes. Usually may carrier sa Batanes eh. Sige. So let's play with this airplane. Alright guys, John is already ready. Let's just do a quick takeoff from here. And then let's go ask him some questions. Okay? Sige. I'll remove some flaps. Ano nakapasto ka? Naka-replay mo. Okay, let's go and let's try to interview him. Let's go around with this baby. Wala tayong makitang Japanese carrier or American carriers around. And gear up. And let's adjust the power. So, parang hindi na tayong view. Then I'll give him a call again. I'm not sure why my monitors aren't working. So. Alright, so let's give John a call. Hi. It's ringing. Hi, John. Can you hear me? Hold on. Alright, I'll just pause the sim. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yep, it's really clear. Good. How are you?
Good. I can't see you though.
Wait, hold on. Now let me turn on my. Oops. Where's my camera?
Or I guess I don't have to see you.
I'm really sorry. I don't know where my camera is.
No worries. I don't have to see you.
Yeah. At
Probably
least.
faster than that.
Yeah. Guys, can you hear John? If please please let us know if you can hear John. Can you speak again, John?
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
Alright.
Hello.
Hello. So hold on. Let me just switch you to the call second. Oh, they couldn't hear you. Okay, so let me just push you to this device. Hold on. Since I just paused the sim, that's fine. I'll just turn this off, I guess. Oh, here. Can you say again? Can you speak again?
Okay. Hello, can you guys hear me?
One.
Hear me? Check, check, check.
I think they.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Will I be able to hear them as well, or they can only hear me?
They can only hear you.
Okay, that's fine.
I did an intro for you a while ago.
Okay, yeah. Sorry I'm late, guys.
No, I did an intro for you a while ago.
Okay, yeah. Sorry I'm late, guys.
All right, I think they can hear you already. Okay, so
Okay.
all right, so guys, so we have John here, and thank you so much, John, for giving us the time.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Late, better late than never.
Yes, no problem. There's a time difference, that's why sometimes it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
So
I was never very good with math, so.
me either. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, very clearly. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you very good. No problem. So like I've said, me and John flew already here in around Pampanga. I think that was January, right?
I
Sometime.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year, yeah. So and I was telling them you flew really good actually. In fact, on our second flight, I just had to slide back my chair, and then just do your thing because you fly better than me, obviously.
Maybe I got lucky that day.
All right, so we lined up a couple of questions for you, and then we'll give some others a chance to ask some questions for you if you don't mind.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'll see if I know the answer.
so how did you start your flying actually?
Well, as you know, maybe some of the others don't know, my work is in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since I was a young kid, I was always building models, like World War II models. I always loved the Zero. I read a book about it by Martin Caden about Zeros and P-38s fighting in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always loved World War II airplanes and flying in general, but especially the old planes. But I grew up in the province in USA, very similar to the province in the Philippines. And my dad was a school teacher, so we didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't afford to learn to fly. So, when I was a kid, so I had to wait. So I started working in the music business, and I think I was maybe 25 years old, and I just mixed a record, and I had $3,000 left over, and I went to the airport where I wanted to learn to fly because they had tail draggers, this smaller airport, and I asked them, how much is it to learn to fly? And they said $3,000. So I said, okay, sign me up. so I would study one day, and then I'd fly. So I finished my private in maybe 2.5 months, and I was broke, but I had my private pilot license. That's how I started.
That's an interesting one, right? So
Yeah.
at least you got your license already. You don't have to worry about the money. You can earn it later.
Yeah. It was a great experience. It was amazing. And then I thought I just wanted to do that, but then I got so curious about it. Every few years, I'd save up a little more, and I'd add on my next rating, and I kept, adding on, and then finally, I was able to start working part time as a flight instructor, and also I towed a lot of gliders, and I owned a Cub for a little while. I bought a Piper Cub, cheap to own. I had partners in that, and so flying became kind of my, I wouldn't call it a career, but a second passion, for music. So yeah.
Wow.
And then I went on to get all my licenses. I considered being an airline pilot at one point, but it didn't work out with my lifestyle because of working in music. So the other more odd jobs in flying were better for me.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, like I've said, guys, a while ago, John received a Grammy Award, right? If I'm not mistaken, I saw it on
Yes, I did. Yes.
And do you have any relatives who flew also before?
No, nobody in our family flew. My dad did have an interest in World War II, though, and I think that's what led me to start building the models when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. I would build models really badly, but I loved building them.
I tried building them when I was younger too, but I'm not very good with the paint. I can put them,
Yeah.
I can put them together, but you have to. The last detail is the paint, right? So
Yeah, I never did the details of the paint. I would just put it together and that was it. But it got me interested, especially in the World War II and the older planes, which I kind of gravitated toward.
Wow, that's an interesting one. So after you finished primary flight training, up to the commercial and instruction, you took an flight instructor level, right? You went to
Yes.
flight instructor, yes.
I actually ended up getting all the way through airline transport pilot.
Oh wow!
Well, I didn't use it for airlines. I flew Learjets for a little while, but I could never dive in completely because of my music work. So I was always kind of part-time.
Oh wow! So after you got those licenses, did you went straight applying for work, or?
No, well, I worked a little bit part-time as a flight instructor teaching tailwheel endorsements and also aerobatics. I taught some aerobatics because I took some. I was trained in aerobatics, and I also taught a few people to fly primary. Like maybe I taught maybe 5 people how to fly from the ground up. But it was always part time with my music. I would do it when I had time, and I did that maybe for a year or two. But then I wanted to be a glider tow pilot because I'd seen a friend of mine doing that job, and he got so good because there's so many takeoffs and landings. It's like take off, pull the glider up, come back, land. And he was such a good pilot. I really admired him, and I was like, I want to do that. So then I got the job towing gliders, which is very low pay but very great experience. And so I towed gliders for many, many years, and I built up my tailwheel time that way.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do it on the weekends or whatever. But I also became a glider pilot and gave glider rides, so I would do either or. And but yeah, that towing gliders really prepared me for flying the warbirds because they're all tail draggers, and I managed to accumulate before I started flying the warbirds. I had about maybe 2,000 hours of tail dragger time.
Wow.
From all the glider towing and stuff.
So what aircraft did you use to go to tow gliders?
Piper Pawnee, mostly.
Oh wow.
And it was designed in the 50s as a crop duster, but then they discovered, when crop dusting kind of transferred to bigger, more powerful turbine engine airplanes, they discovered that if they took out all the crop dusting equipment on these Piper Pawnees, they were really good for glider towing because they were powerful. They have about 260 horsepower and very light. They only weigh under 1,500 pounds. So they'd be very good for towing gliders. It's kind of like a flying tractor. It doesn't go fast, but it climbs really well and it's powerful. And it's single. It was the first single-seat aircraft I ever flew, which is interesting because the first time you fly it, you're on your own. So that also helped prepare me for flying the World War II airplanes because it's the same thing. The fighters are a single seat. The first time you fly it, you're on your own. So you have to be very well prepared for it.
So while towing gliders, how much have you done in a day, takeoffs and landings?
I think my record was 44 takeoffs and landings in one day.
Woo.
But some people have done much more than that. But that was a busy day. I was tired.
Business must be good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
How much did it cost to tow gliders? The glider pilots pay you for that, right?
Yeah, it's about $10 per 1,000 feet. They back then when I was doing it a lot, and they'd estimate it. The glider flying is similar cost when you add in the tows. It's very similar to renting an airplane, about the same cost.
Oh, because you need to you still need to rent an airplane to tow you around, so that's why.
Right, you pay for the tow, and you pay depending on how high you go.
Oh wow!
Basically $1 every 100 feet.
And would you mind sharing when was this? $1 every 100 feet? What year was this?
Oh, I was doing a lot of glider towing in. I started in like the late '90s, '98.